Hello everybody, welcome to The Tube. We've got a lot going on. Here's our lineup. A new research shows sad fate of most Israeli startups. An Israeli journalist brings politicians straight to WhatsApp. New video and group chat features finally come to Twitter. These glowing pulsing earbuds are rocking Kickstarter world. College humor takes on Facebook stalkers on our viral video segment, and oh my god, it's late, let's go! Okay, in the last 2 weeks we've been talking a lot about the strong start of the year for Israeli startups as they raised more than $200 million since the beginning of 2015. But there's another side to the story. Between 1999 and 2014, 10,000 new startups were born. Out of those, only 480 survived, according to a new research which examined the numbers of Israeli startups that closed their doors in the last 15 years. 46% of the startups were forced to shut down by lack of finances. Another fact, only 2.5% of Israeli startups exit were for more than $100 million. So it seems like Startup Nation, well, it has quite a long way to go. The reality of the media is now constantly changing and evolving, and the future of journalism is, well, murky at best. One journalist in Israel found a new way to not only bring something new to the old profession, but also do modest business in the process. As more and more people are using WhatsApp to communicate, Tal Schneider, an independent journalist, decided to bring the sphere of Israeli politics into the popular messaging app WhatsApp. She is organizing Q&As with top Israeli politicians in her exclusive WhatsApp groups, and people and journalists can ask them whatever they want. To join the group, Tal is charging just 15 shekels a month, that's roughly $4. So is Schneider reinventing the interview? We have her here in the studio. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
So let's start at the beginning. How was this unique idea? How did this unique idea start?
Well, I was sitting with a couple of friends, one of them named Oded Kremer, a person I know from, social networks, and he came up with an idea. He said, people want to talk to you. I see it on your Facebook page and I see it on your Twitter account. And I said, okay, I'm just going to be crazy to just start a new operation right now of a WhatsApp group just to talk to people. He said, don't do it for free, just charge them. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Is that a good idea? And I found it hard to believe that people will pay for that. But I put up a status like we do those days when we want to check up, the
ideas and what's going on.
Check out the territories. And I said, people, I have like a PayPal button on my blog anyways, and I am, I'm blogging for 4 years now, more than 4 years, and I'm making money from freelancing, from blogging, from other, other sources. And I said, would you consider support the blog through the PayPal, the blog itself, not just the conversation, but for the next 4 months until we finish up the election, and we have, following the election, we have the negotiation, time when parties are negotiating each other. Would you benefit from just, being in a group together of people who are crazy for politics, and we would be like in a living room talking about politics constantly from 7 a.m. until probably sometimes 3 a.m. The group is active 24/7.
Wow.
And they're just like,
Before we go into the group itself and what happens there, is that a first of its kind type of format?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess in Israel it's the first, but in other places around the world, I can't really tell. But I've never heard of it.
Okay, and how many people in a group?
So I have already 3 groups, and I'm almost opening the 4th. I wasn't even promoting it because I saw immediately there's such a huge demand. I was afraid I won't be able to handle it professionally. So now I open only 3 groups.
100 people a group?
100 people a group, so it's
okay.
free groups. That's supposed to be, they're all committed for 4 months subscription. And if I had like another person, if I was multiple person, I probably open 10 groups, but it's a little bit...
Okay, so what's going on there? We talked about Q&As, you bring politicians to talk to the... what's the content?
We did a couple of interviews where the participant in the groups can ask questions themselves, raise up the issues. What we do, this is only 4 or 5 times. What we do other than that is just talk about issues. I bring some inside information, things that I don't even, consider them valuable to put on status in Facebook or Twitter, and not to mention my blog. So it's just just, sort of conversation, ongoing conversation, but it's, I keep it always on the journalistic side. So I'm not just gossiping with them about stuff, but let's talk about, things that happen in the Prime Minister office or house. So, we can discuss implications. This week we had a huge event going on in United States with the US Congress, John Boehner, the Speaker, Netanyahu, Dermer, and I am, very much into this materials because I was Washington DC correspondent. So I have a lot of, added value if you want to talk about US-Israel relationship, White House staff, the ambassador role.
But basically you have 100 people sharing
300.
Each group. If I'm imagining myself going into a group, okay, and imagining that I have the journalist that brings me the content itself, but then I have 99 more people conversating.
Yes.
First of all, are they like from similar political, on the political range?
No.
Is it more of an argument? Because I know only on my Facebook that politics and social media is very delicate. It's very explosive. People are very emotional about it. What's the tone in your group?
I think this is the people that wanted to join first are the people that are most likely to be crazy for politics, and they come from all kinds of Israeli society. I have to say, some religious feminists, which many of them know me personally, some Haredik, not too many, but probably at least 10%, and a lot of between Kachlon, moderate center to the left. I mean, I don't have too much of a Likudniks over there, just one or two, I guess, but a lot of activists. So people that also the religious feminists are very active in their politics, and it's a right-wing politics, but they enjoy the conversation. So it's a vast range. Also some Arabics, I have to say, but you must know that at the beginning and the first week, I had no idea who is who. I mean, are there activists? I didn't know, and most of them personally. And they decided for themselves to conduct a poll within the 100, asking each other what is your political inclination, and they put it up on a Google Docs on the table, and of course they bring it up into the group all the time, and they update it. And then I learned it's more left leaning. I only learned it by
Well, it sounds fascinating, but I can't help thinking about what it can mean to the new sort of independent journalism. Let's leave the political group aside.
I see what you're asking. I am a small business. I'm not, I'm not Ynet. I'm not New York Times. I'm not The Guardian. I'm just, a very small, person with a business that is making money. So you have to first you have to put it in the right scale. It's the most important thing, the business aspect that was important for me. It was proven for me for the first time ever in my professional life that people are willing to pay for content in Hebrew. Because up until now, all I saw is, some move to pay for content in English. And I saw it in the New York Times. We saw it, it's on the way on the Washington Post. We see it somewhere on the Wall Street Journal, of course. And again, we have to take it into a small scale. In Hebrew, in Israeli papers weren't really able to generate money. Haaretz is on the job trying to take money from subscribers, but it's having a really hard time. And of course, I'm not comparing myself in any way to a Haaretz or to anything, to any other big news outlet. But for me, as a standalone blogger person, it was a surprise that people are actually willing to pay. I mean, I have payers, I have subscriptions on my blog anyways, but it wasn't such a big movement to join immediately and specifically say, okay, yes, we want to come out and help the independent press, the independent blogger. We want to help her.
I think it's a brilliant format, and well, thank you very much for coming here and talking to us about it. And good luck. You have 4 months, 4 groups soon.
The fourth one is coming up. Yep.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work. I have to say, I'm maintaining it. Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's move on to Twitter. Yeah, Twitter is finally expanding the features of its app and website, this time adding group messages and 30-second videos. Until now, Twitter's direct messaging feature has been reserved for conversations between no more than 2 participants. Now you can create groups of up to 20 Twitter users at the same time, and they do not have to follow one another order to join. Twitter also unveiled a feature to let users shoot, edit, and share videos directly from the Twitter mobile app with new built-in video functionality. These updates have been long coming and mark Twitter's, well, difficulty in evolving its social media. Check it, tweet people. Super cool, super cool. Okay, it's only been a couple of days, but the new Snapchat Discovery service, woo, it's already growing. AT&T, which previously produced the YouTube hit series Summer Break, that's what's going on here on the screen right now, is going deeper into the scripted video scene by collaborating with YouTube stars to produce a short series that will run on Snapchat. Snapper Hero, the AT&T series, will debut by the end of March. The company said in a statement that Snapper Hero would offer real-time, immediate engagement meets a fun superhero universe. In short, it will be fast-paced video that will please millennial users of the popular messaging and content-sharing platform. Sounds like something which will make us, me, feel very old and redundant. Within your social circles, there will likely be friends you love spending time with, those who calm you down, and others that you are, well, that are bad influence on you. Now, an app can reveal exactly how these people make you feel, including which friends you should cut out of your life for good. Called People Keeper, it syncs with a heart rate monitor to track subtle changes in emotional state when you're around these people. The free iOS app was created by Brooklyn-based artists Kylie McDonald and Lauren McCarthy and was recently tested on a group of students at Carnegie Mellon University. Here's a clip from this super interesting social tech experiment.
During a residency at Carnegie Mellon University at the Studio for Creative Inquiry, we spent 1 week with 8 students who were running People Keeper.
My name's Miles Payton, and I'm a student and teenager. I'm hoping it'll be informative more than anything.
Gonna kind of remind me, like, hey, you should pay attention to how you're feeling around this person.
They had a chance to manage their social lives automatically and figure out the complicated relationships that go along with being a freshman.
People Keeper uses GPS and a heart rate monitor to figure out when you're coming and going from meeting people and how they make you feel. And then based on this data, along with some self-reporting, it looks for trends in your relationships and figures out which people are actually impacting you positively and which ones should.
People made me angry is the thing that stood out the most, I think. It's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't hang out with Mark. Maybe he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, okay. Looking at other Facebook profiles has become somewhat of a sport for a lot of people, and now those people have an official anthem with College Humor's new Facebook Stalker song. Yay! Sing it.
I stayed up till 5 a.m. again. For Facebook stalking my more successful friends. Jack's got a house, Jane's in Tangier. I made $11,000 last year. Your girlfriend's a 10 and mine's not even real. Facebook stalking my more successful friends.
It's funny because it's true. Now, ran out of words on your hit song? Go, what the na na na. So here's a super cut with what the na 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 who's on songs that will help you get into the right what na 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 mood. really weird supercut to do. It doesn't really like glue together. It doesn't really mean anything together. Okay, that's it. This show is over. Thank you so very much for watching. Throughout the weekend, you'll find the Tube's Weekend Edition. It's going to be fun. We're online, Twitter, Tumblr, the Tube24. And always remember, success is the ability to go from one failure to another failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Yay. Goodbye. We'll be back on Monday. Bye-bye.